The fast-changing developments inside Iran. The unrest against the regime is intensifying at this hour. So too are the threats to protesters and the United States. The demonstrations are now entering their third week with no end in sight. The death toll surging, hundreds killed according to human rights groups. CBS's Lee Canary in our London bureau has the very latest.
Good evening. President Trump said days ago, if they shoot, we shoot. Tonight, mounting evidence shows there is a deadly crackdown on Iranian protesters, and the region is on edge. Facing threats of arrest and even the death penalty. There's no sign these Iranians are backing down. And they're paying the price. This scene appearing in multiple... There's no sign these Iranians are backing down. And they're paying the price. This scene, appearing in multiple videos on social media, shows body bags lining the ground outside a medical center in southern Tehran. We can't verify exactly when it was taken, but people can be heard identifying the dead. They claim there are hundreds of bodies. And this place has a dark past, says Professor Kamran Mateen.
In 2009, during the Green Movement, a lot of protesters were arrested and detained in that particular place. They were abused, tortured, in some cases killed.
In other videos, shots can be heard in the crowds. In this recent one, a motorcycle unit appears to chase someone down before firing ammunition. Iran's government is supported by paramilitary forces like these to suppress dissent.
The Iranian regime still has both the will and the apparatus of repression in place. Unarmed protesters against machine guns, it's a very difficult battle to win.
What began as a response to soaring prices transformed into a demand to take down the government, with President Trump promising to come to the rescue if protesters are killed. What sort of American intervention are the protesters hoping for?
I think many protesters would be delighted to see Supreme Leader taken out, since he personally embodies the entirety of the Islamic Republic and what it's done to this country over the last 46-7 years.
Protesters have ignited a fire for change, targeting symbols of the regime that represses them. The Iranian government issued a warning, Jerika. If America launches airstrikes, they say there will be retaliation targeting U.S. military in the region.
Lee Canary in London, thank you. The fast-changing developments inside Iran.
Shalom, Makyam. I'd like to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kodash. I'd like to proceed this lesson with giving double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do real well, man. You know, as you see in the video, man, Iran's having the uppers of the people, man. You know. Let me get this scripture, man. Perfectly paraphrasing. You know. It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, and I'm going to start at verse 1, man. It reads, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and measure when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before. You know, and this is talking about, measuring the times that we're in, man. You know, and what times do we see that we're in, man? Right now we're in the times of rumors of war, man. You know, and uproars of the people, as you saw in that video, man. There's protesters in Iran, trying to overthrow the government, and Trump said he was going to go help, man. But as you heard in the end of that video, Iran said if the U.S. sends missiles, then they're going to retaliate, man. And this goes to this precept right here. Let the weak say I'm strong, man. We got to get that one, man. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 10 in the KJV. And it reads, Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I'm strong, man. Because Iran is a small country, man. It's a small place, man. It's not a big place, man. As big as Russia and China, those are giants, man. Compared to Iran, it's a small little place, man. We're seeing these things pop up before our eyes, man. Trump's already over there in Venezuela. You know, he already captured Maduro, man. You know, hey, the war drums are beating right now. Verse 2, and it reads, let me start at verse 1. 2 Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. You know, and we're seeing these things, man. Look at all these natural disasters that have been happening, you know, in the United States, Alaska, you know, all over the world, man. You know, volcanoes, man. There's so much things going on, man. It seems like every day or every other day, man. And it reads, verse 3, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uppers of the people in the world, you know, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning, you know, and the Most High speaking to his prophets, man. You know, he's speaking to the elect. It's like he's speaking to the elect. That's what I meant to say, man. You know, they're the ones that are gonna see, you know, they're gonna be the only ones to see, and these other people are gonna be blinded, man. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 16. And it reads, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they... And Salaki, man. Start from the beginning. Matthew 13 and 16. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear, man. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. You know, hear ye therefore the parable of the sower, man. You know, and we're speaking these things, and we're edifying the sheep, man. You know, we're telling y'all what the most, you know, only the prophets can decode the dark sayings, man. Amos chapter 3 verse 7, man. You know, the messages are given unto the servants, the prophets, man. You know, most of these people are in so much denial about America going to war, man. They don't see, they can't see past that, man. Because they love being in this place. They want to be staying in this place, you know, building their own, you know, their empires, you could say, in this place, man. You know, they're not trying to build up. You know, they're not trying to build up to make it to the kingdom of heaven, man. They want to build up to stay here in Babylon, man. You know, they think they're going to grow old here in this bitch, man. That's not the case, man. You know, it's going to be a big wake-up call for a lot of Jakes, too, man. You know, because a lot of Jakes is too comfortable here, man. You know? Let me go back to 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 4. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like it's all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. You know, and we're seeing these effects and signs, man. He has plain beginnings, wonder, and powerful works, man. And we're seeing all these works, you know, and the ending of the so-called white man's, you know, kingdom, man. With all these signs, man. All these things happening, you know. Verse 7, and every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed, man. You know, and this is the elect, man. Because the elect believes in the Most High, man. And they know, hey, the Most High is coming back. No doubt about it, man. With all these signs we're seeing, man. There ain't no way the Most High ain't going to come back. There's too much shit going on, man. You know, you can't say this is like the days of Noah before the flood, man. Because all the wickedness, man. There's so much bullshit going on here, man. I can't even explain it, man. You know, I mean, I can express it, but it's too much to explain, I mean, you know. At the end of the day, it's bullshit, man. Talk about it for what, man? We're just trying to get out of here, man. We have to put up with all this bullshit, man. You know? Hey, but we got to keep it going, man, you know? Come on, right here, man. It's the book of... Let me get it in the KJV, man. Like it in the KJV. The book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way upright, and trust in him. Yea, that fear the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, wait for his mercy and go not aside lest ye fall. Yea, that fear the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Yea, that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. You know, that shit right there, man. But hey, we gotta hope and pray, you know, hope for good and everlasting joy and mercy, man. And Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that we are protected from the things that are to come, man, and that he, you know, and that he has mercy on us, man, you know. But with that, I hope this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect. I like to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash.